40,000. In this sense, the company earns a profit of rupees 8,000. Company earns a profit of rupees 8,000. So that sense, in case of the company is continuing with the 80% of production capacity and selling their product, they earn a profit of rupees 8,000. But now the question is arise. In case of the company have a remaining unutilized 20% capacity, and if they utilize 20% capacity for manufacturing to sell their products in a foreign market, then what would be the situation? In case of that, they need to take a two important decision first. That is, the here 0.50, it's their selling price, where they were already selling the products in a foreign market or in domestic market at the price of 0.75. That means if they are selling the products in the foreign market at the price of 0.50, automatically the domestic dealers would ask that you are selling in a foreign market at the lower prices when you are actually selling the products in domestic market at little higher prices. So that is the one concern, that if you are going to see this situation, how the things would be arise. Let's see. Now, export order. In case of that export order, 1 lakh units into 20% remaining capacity, it comes to 20,000 units. This 20,000 units are selling. So sales price is 20,000 units into 0.50, it comes to 10,000 rupees. How much it is? 10,000 rupees. Less variable cost, 20,000 units into 0.15 comes to rupees 3,000. So directly they would earn 7,000 rupees of profit. 7,000 rupees of profit. If domestic dealer would not raise any problem or any questions regarding the selling price comparison, then this export order should be accepted by the company, because of in this case the company earned 7,000 rupees of profit. Now you maybe have a question, why you deduct only variable cost? As I mentioned, the fixed cost is remains same whether the production capacity has been changed or not. Presently they are manufacturing with the 80% of capacity, and that fixed cost is 40,000 rupees, which was already recovered from the domestic sales. That means the fixed cost of 40,000 rupees has been already compensated from the domestic sales, which would not be arise again at the time of a foreign sales. And that's why the direct amount of contribution earned from the foreign market sales would be considered as a profit. So here 20% capacity increase for the selling of an export order would not be raising a question for a selling price in domestic market, would be better decision. But if the domestic price is also going to change because of the export order, then the positions would be reversed. And in this case, what would be the situation that need to arise, that the whole amount of selling, that the total 1 lakh units you need to sell at the price of 50 rupees, and then your selling price would be, in this case, 1 lakh units into 50 paisa. Am I right? Yes, 50 paisa. So your sales is 50,000, then variable cost is 15,000. In that case, the remaining amount of contribution is your 35,000, less fixed cost is 40,000, and in this regard you have a loss, 5,000 rupees loss. So the decision is to be taken in a different way. If because of the selling price in the foreign market, if it affects to domestic market also, your position would be this. That means you will actually arise a loss. In this case, the company needs to take a decision. If they are able to manage the sales price in both the markets parallelly or differently, then there would be a good bargain, good deal to sell in the foreign market. So this is what the taking a decision of a company regarding the export order. Now moving to the next method, that is key factor. Key factor is one of the important part of the marginal costing as well as the decision making. Here the company needs to identify the key factor of the respected item. whether they have a key factor of a material or a labor or any other concern, and on the basis of that key factor we need to identify that because of the key factor of material, how the maximum and optimum utilization of that material in the business for a manufacturing or a production of a unit to earn a maximum amount of profitability. So the key factor is very much concerned for taking a decisions in the business to utilization of that respected key factor. Here I am taking the questions regarding the key factor, that is material. So the question again you have to see in the video presentation practical problems, and for that the question is, the company is manufacturing two products, one is A and other is B. So there are two products and the products informations are given. The selling price of the product is, so your particular A and B. I'm just going to brief out here. The information is, the sales price is given for A is 145 and for B is 98. Then the direct material is used, and direct material is given here the 50 rupees and this is 40 rupees. That is, all informations are given per unit. Then direct labor, and into bracket it is mentioned the wage rate is 1 rupee per hour, 1 rupee per hour. So direct labor is given in hours instead of rupees, that is 25 hours and 10 hours. Then variable overhead is given, and variable overhead is given 80% of direct wages, and this is also 80% of direct wages, and fixed overhead is given, and that is rupees 5,000. Fixed overhead is given rupees 5,000. These are the informations is given. Along with that, some more informations are also given. If the labor is in short supply, sorry, here it is not a material is a short supply, it's a labor is a short supply. So then the production of which product is profitable. It means the company needs to identify, if the labor is in short supply, then how the labor hours would be utilized in the business to earn maximum amount of profit, and which product will be manufactured more, then company earns a more profit. So if the production capacity of a company is 1000 units for O, so here production capacity for the concern of that the production capacity of A, it's 1000 units, and the production capacity of the another unit is 2000. So that means for A is 1000 units and for B is 2000 units, and the 40,000 direct labor hours are actually given. So in case of total labor hours are 40,000, how these hours would be utilized for manufacturing the product as well as the maximum amount of profit can be earned. So this is your informations, and from these informations let's begin try to solve out the question. And for that we will find out first the contribution per unit of each product. First working is contribution of each product. Let's begin. Particular, then product A and product B. First is sales price, and the sales price is given of A is 145 rupees and the another is 98 rupees. Sorry, A is 145 and B is 98 rupees. Less variable cost. So in the case of variable cost, is first is material, and the material variable cost is 50 and for B is 40. Then the direct labor, which is a part of a key factor, but then the direct labor is given in hours, as well as it is mentioned in the bracket, that is per hour cost is 1 rupee. So if it is used 25 hours for manufacturing of A, 25 into 1 rupee, it comes to 25 rupees. And for B is 10 hours multiplied by 1 rupee, so 10 rupees for B. So direct labor 25 and 10 for respected product. Then variable overheads, one more variable cost is given. 80% of direct wages in case of A. So 25% it's your direct labor. This is your direct wages. And variable overhead is 80% of direct wages. So 80% of this. 80% of this, it comes to 20 rupees here, and here it is 8 rupees. So variable overhead is 80% of direct wages. The direct wages is here, 80% of this, it's your variable overheads. Now after variable cost is deducted from the sales price, your answer is contribution. So contribution, it comes 75 and 95. 145 minus 95, it comes to 50. 58 is your total variable cost in case of B. 98 minus 58, it comes to 40. So that means 50 rupees contribution in case of A and 40 rupees contribution in case of B. So this is your contribution of each product. Now contribution per unit as per the key factor would be identified, and that is your second working. Contribution we already find out, but now we would find out the contribution of each product per hour. Per hour, it means as per the key factor. How it would be coming? See here, the contribution of the product A is 50 rupees and B is rupees 40. Correct? Then the labor hours for each product, for A is 25 hours and for B is 10 hours. Now we will divide the contribution by labor hours. So contribution per hour is equal to 50 divided by 25 and 40 divided by 10. So here it comes to rupees 2 per hour, and this would be rupees 4 per hour. Now this is your second working. On the basis of the second working only, company will identify that where the company can manufacturing a production more, and particular which product company can manufacture more would be getting a more amount of profitability. If you are going to see and the comparison of this contribution of each product per hour, you can easily identify that the product B contribution per hour is quite higher than the contribution per hour of product A is concerned. Now here in the comparison of this, if you are going to see the contribution of each product per hour, easily identified that the product B contribution per hour is higher than the product A, so that the company needs to manufacture product B more and maximum than the product A. So in this way, now let's see how the utilization can be done. So utilization capacity, utilization of labor hours. See the calculation of this. Now total hours available. Total hours available is, how many hours available? 40,000. So 40,000 hours available, less which contribution is higher? Product B's contribution is higher. In this regard, we will manufacture all the number of units of product B, because of understood that the product B's contribution is higher. So if you are manufacturing product B maximum, you would get more profit. How many units are supposed to be manufactured in product B? 2,000. 2,000 units is manufactured, and per unit how many hours is required? 10. So in that sense, 2,000 units at the rate of 10 hours per unit needs 20,000 hours for production for product B. Product B. So for product B, company needs 20,000 hours. So remaining hours are 20,000 hours, and that 20,000 hours will be used for manufacturing of product A. This remaining hours will be using for the manufacturing of product A. So in this case, your final answer is optimum utilization. See here, for product B, how many units are going to manufacture? 2,000 units full. 2,000 units full, because of we are already using a maximum hours for product B. So that means all the units are manufacturing of product B, but need to see how many units are going to manufacture for product A. How many remaining hours are there? 2,000. And in the case of 2,000 hours, we need to identify that how many concerned things are there, that 25 hours is actually using to manufacture one unit. So 20,000 hours divided by 25 hours per unit, it comes to 25 Forza. It's manufacture only 400 units. It's manufactured only 400 units. Otherwise, how many targets manufactured of the units of product A? That is 1000. But how many hours is required for manufacturing of one unit of product A? That is 25. How many remaining hours in your hand? That is 20,000 hours. So 20,000 hours divided by 25 hours using for the manufacturing of product A 1 unit, it comes 400 units only. So the company have only remaining 20,000 hours which can be manufactured 400 units of product A, and that's why this was the optimum utilization of the key factor, and this is what your concern of this particular 25, sorry, it is 25 8s. Division is 25 8s. So 25 8s are 200. It comes to 800 units are going to manufacture of a product A. So in this regard, the company is having the remaining 20,000 hours, and on the basis of remaining 20,000 hours, it would be divided by 25 hours manufactured for product A 1 unit. The division comes to only 800 units of product A can be manufactured, and on the basis of the product A 800 units, the total units are manufactured for product A is 800 and product B full number of units, that is 2000. So in this way, if you are going to manufacture this number of units of respected product, company would earn a maximum amount of profit as well as the optimum utilization of their labor as a key factor. This is what the solution of a key factor. Now we have another method, and this method is a product mix. So in case of the company have many type of products, so coming to the another method, and that is a product mix. In this method, the company needs to take a decisions in case of the company is having a manufacturing of a different product line. They have more than one products manufacturing in the premises. So it means